Hello guys, my name is Shantanu Vyas. Welcome back to Sports Angle. And wow, just recovering from that sporting Sunday. Right from the morning, you had Copa America where Messi finally gets that international trophy for Argentina. Doesn't matter whether you're a Messi fan or not, if you're a football fan, that image of Messi lifting the Copa would have filled you with joy. Hopefully, probably you may never know how Argentina goes into the next World Cup with what mindset, and surely the team has done a good job, the manager has done a good job, and that team. It almost felt like it was not just Messi who wanted to win Copa America, it was also his teammates around him, and they really pushed for that win. So, some people will say it was a scrappy win, but I feel that they really put in a shift throughout the tournament. Despite that, you had the Wimbledon final. Novak Djokovic doing an excellent job. Wow, I mean, great. Kudos to him. And yeah, now talking about the main thing is the Euro 2020 final. I'll share my thoughts on it in the next segment. And yeah, I will also be revealing what I think is the best 11 of this tournament. And yeah, the final, yes, disappointment for England, glory for Italy. Certain English fans were really wanting it to come home. It did not, and I do believe, rather than seeing the obvious picture of people saying, oh, they lost it on penalties or whatever other allegations they want to put, I think it was really important that they did not lose their concentration in the second half. Between the 45th to 60th minute, many loose balls, giving Italy the ball in key areas where they could have started a counter, being very reckless with possession in the advanced areas where they could have put in one final ball or probably taken a shot and finished off the game. Because if I believe at 2-0, Italy would not have any mindset of coming back into the game. But whenever it is 1-0, you're always on the edge. You're always anxious of scoring. So England needed to kill that game by scoring the second goal rather than sitting back behind the ball and waiting for the counter attack. Now, I felt that they should have started with either, a Bukayo Saka, Sancho or Grealish, but they went in with an extra defender in Trippier, which was good because he got the assist for the first goal, and that was superb. But I felt like, after a point in time, Southgate needed to change things up quite quickly. He didn't need to leave it till the end, wherein he got Grealish towards because he thought it was going into extra time. Because I think that was Italy's tactic all along. They wanted it to take it to extra time because within a 90, I don't think so. They had such quick players, as how England has to finish off the game in the first 90. And I think that was where England, the match started, going away from them as the minutes passed by and as they entered into extra time. Now, what's happened after the game, is the ugly side of things. Should not happen to any player, and discrimination has no place in football, has no place in this community. And I can't comprehend this. It's 2021, and people out there still think this way. It just boggles me. But I do believe Sancho, Rashford, Bukayo Saka. I'm not making like a huge disclaimer out here, or I'm not biased because Sancho and Rashford are United players. I do believe that these three players are going to be the future of England going into the 2022 World Cup, because these guys, when they go back to their clubs now, especially Sancho, Rashford, Saka, they're at these very huge institutions like of Manchester United and Arsenal, who are going to shape them mentally, physically, to be a top class athlete. And they're going to take good care of them, and that sets the tone for England as well to get the best out of these athletes when going into international tournaments. So I do believe, rather than actually I don't know, they shouldn't be doing what they are doing. And they should be protecting them and feeling really happy that these three players are in an England setup. And what can be done with these three players is, I can't even imagine. They have so much potential. That's about that. But I do believe this has been an excellent Euros. Very good. You saw the likes of Switzerland, Denmark, Czech Republic, doing wonders. Switzerland upsetting France, Czech Republic beating the Netherlands, Denmark, the start they had, and then coming into the semi-final, facing England at Wembley. was something. I think it was a very big tournament for them as a nation, not only as for their football history, but I think of their country's history. It was a massive step. Although they have won the Euros before, but still, it's after a long time. They came out as probably a prospect where people were like, hold on, they might just win the Euros. So, and it was without their best player. But the most important part of Denmark was they were without their best player, but they were doing it for their best player. That's what I think was their driving motivation, and their togetherness, I think, took them far. So for me, they were the best outfit in terms of a setup. Really good to see, because you'd like to see not the usual customers win. However, the team which really set the tournament on fire were England, because starting from the fans to the players, just the vibe was like amazing, and everybody thought that it's going to be this time that it finally comes home. But I saw the team of the Euros come out today. Partly agree with it, partly don't. So which is why I thought I should come up with my own team of the Euros, which you will see in the next part. And yeah, I'll let you know my thoughts on it as well.
So yes, that's my 11 for the Euros 2020 with Donnarumma in goal. Yes, he was decisive, and basically I think he made Italy win that penalty shootout in the final. At right back I have Kyle Walker, absolute colossus, defensively very good. Going ahead was fantastic. So yes, Kyle Walker is an absolute tank. Harry Maguire with Giorgio Chiellini. Wow, I mean, that's a good centre-back pairing. Would like to see them play some time together. Chiellini, because one, he's left-footed. Second, because what a leader and great composure in the back line. And at left-back, I'd like to go with my personal favourite in this 11, which is Luke Shaw. Scoring 1 goal, assisting 3. I mean, those are some very good numbers. And, really happy for him when he scored in that final. I thought that, he should have been England's player of the tournament had England won that Euros. So going to this midfield, if I look at this midfield, I have Jorginho as a central defensive midfielder, Højbjerg as my box-to-box, but in this midfield, my highlight is Pedri. I mean, what a player. Luis Enrique quoted that, it's one of the best talents he's ever come across, and even a talent better than Iniesta. He's never seen a talent like Pedri before. I mean, such a big manager, having such great words for you does not come around so often. In the attack on the left wing, I've got with Raheem Sterling, absolute great, classy player, has stepped up for England whenever he's been asked for, and he's always delivered the goods. He's a class player and needs to be there in the Euro 2020 team of the tournament. Up front, I've gone with Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, 5 goals, breaking that record of Platini, and he had a tough route coming into the round of 16, and he stepped up whenever the team demanded it. And that's what a true trait of a great player is, and that's why I have Ronaldo in this. And on the right wing I have Chiesa, very good, probably the fastest player in Italy, very good at breaking the back lines, and at the same time tracking back to assist the defenders. It's a manager's dream, and I think this is my 11, and I hope to know what your thoughts are.
So that was by Euro 2020 team of the tournament. Yes, I do believe that Luke Shaw needs to be there above Spinazzola in the original one. Luke Shaw has scored, assisted 3 times, scored in the final, that too in the earliest minutes. It's the fastest goal in a Euro final ever. I mean, these are record-breaking numbers. I also believe Chiellini over Bonucci is because Chiellini is a very calm leader, and to have pulled off that shirt pull, which has now become a meme, in such a huge match, knowing what the stakes are, and that's probably was one of the most important matches of his career. This was the last chance of him winning an international trophy with Italy, and then he does this. So you do need guts, and I've always believed that to defend, you don't need speed, you don't need strength, you need guts, and you need to be smart, and which is why Chiellini and Bonucci have stood out. And yeah, I do believe Ronaldo needs to be there up front. I mean, that's 5 goals, out there, so he needs to be there up front. And he broke records again, although his team did not do very well, expected to do very well, but yeah. So that's my team. Comment down below if you agree with it, good. If you do not agree with it, I would like to know what would your team of the tournament would be, and that would be great to see as well. because people see the game through different lens. You know, some people see it as like, you know, a perfect individual effort. Some people, you know, would see you know, the game through a more team oriented performance. Like you know, a lot of my friends, I asked them, you know, who their best striker was for the tournament, and they said Patrick Schick. And you know, I was in a 50-50 between Ronaldo and Schick, but I put Ronaldo because, you know, he's had a massive impact in the game, and he stepped up during key matches, and his route to the round of 16 was slightly tougher. So that's that. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to Sports Angle, and see you in the next one. Hello guys, this is my cat. Her name is Bucky. She got all her predictions right for the Euros. Bucky, say hi. She's least interested.